Everyone, I'm Joanna Penn from thecreativepenn.com and today I'm here with Jim Kukral from Author Marketing Club. So welcome, Jim.
Well, thanks for having me here, Joanna. I'm glad to be here.
No worries, and thanks for coming back on the show. You've been on before. So just for those people who might not know who you are, tell us a bit about you and about your writing background.
Well, I've been doing internet, building web businesses for over 16 years. And most recently, in the last 2 to 3 years, I've been publishing books. One of my books is traditionally published with Wylie and Sons. And then the rest of my books, over 10 of them, have been self-published since then. So I've kind of got the background from the traditional side and the self-publishing side. And I'm just an internet geek. I love building web stuff and doing things on the internet and helping people figure out how to sell more books.
Yeah, and I think what I like about you is, I found out about you years ago when I read your book by Wylie, Get Attention, or whatever it was.
Yes.
Attention, this book will make you money, or something like that. Yeah. And I was like, that's a blooming good title. But I think it's important for people to know that you are an author and not just a marketer, because you do come from that kind of hardcore marketing background, but you're also an author.
I'm just an entrepreneur, really. I mean, I did marketing for people for a long time. I was never a guru guy, not one of those people who creates those guru type of products. I've just been a guy who helps people, make their businesses stronger, right? But yeah, I am a combination of an author and a marketer, which is a unique ability because, as you know, and as everybody realizes once you write a book, that you have to be a marketer. You can't just be like it was before, where you wrote the book and handed it off to somebody. It just doesn't work like that anymore unless you have hundreds of thousands of dollars to spend with PR teams and all that stuff. You have to be able to do it yourself. So I'm kind of unique because I'm doing it and I know how to do both ends of it, yeah.
Absolutely. So tell us what our Author Marketing Club has been doing for authors for the last year.
Well, we've been live for a year and a half now. And it's been totally free for a year and a half, and we build tools and training for authors. So we want to help you figure out how to get more reviews of your books and how to where to promote your books and all of those things that you need, right? If you're an author who has a book right now, the first thing you're thinking to yourself is, how do I promote this thing? How do I get more reviews of it? How do I sell more copies of it? And it's hard, right? We all realize that. So that's what the entire genesis of Author Marketing Club was built for, and that's the way it's going to stay. Now, there's a free version, and now we have a version where we have some other tools and training and things like that. But it's always going to stay free at the core level.
And most people, from what I know of authors, have been using it for the last year to submit their books to multiple sites when they put their book for free. Would that be right?
Yeah, we have a tool called the Free Book Submission Tool. And basically what we do is, if you're going to use Amazon Select and you're going to have your free day run of books, what we have is a page where you can go and we list the top 15 sites where you can submit your book all in one place. So it just makes it easier. Instead of you having to go find all those sites, we have a page that allows you to click on the button and fill out the form and go to the next one. And it's our most popular tool and the most visited page of our website. People love it.
Yeah, absolutely. I know lots of people who use it. So yeah, that's fantastic. So what do you, just, going off on a tangent for a minute, what do you think about what's happening with free? Do you think free is still a good strategy in this market?
Well, I think that it depends, right? I mean, if you're a new author and you have no audience and you're just getting started, it's an amazing opportunity. It's not as effective as it used to be, okay? However, it's still effective, right? So the days that we live in now, where it's easier and harder than ever to get the word out about what you're doing, blog posts, books, whatever you're creating. Amazon has given us this amazing opportunity to get our book exposed to millions and millions of people. And while the free promotions don't work as great as they used to in terms of getting more sales, it's still an amazing opportunity. I always like to go back to you ever hear of a comedian called Louis C.K.?
Yeah.
Okay, so Louis C.K., you should Google it if you're watching this after. and he does a speech where he talks about how everything's amazing and nobody's happy, right? And that's what I always think about when I think about this. It used to take 3 months to get from one side of the United States to the other on a horse-drawn carriage, right? And now you can get there in 5 hours on a plane, and everyone's complaining about it, right? So it's the same thing with Amazon. It's like they've given us this amazing opportunity, and it's still really good. I mean, what did you have to do before you had things like this? You had to take years and build your own platform. You had no chance.
Yeah.
And so at least we have somewhat of a chance now, right?
Oh no, I totally agree with you, and I think we're in an amazing time. But I also know that people get frustrated, and I think what's funny is before you are a writer, you think writers are this amazing species out there that you could never be part of, and you think there's actually quite a few of them, and when you actually become a writer, you realise they're everywhere.
Well, that's a con that's been put by the traditional publishers since the invention of Gutenberg invented the printing press, right?
Yeah.
They've told us for was it 150 years or 200 years since he invented the printing press? I forget, but they've been telling us since then that you can't do it. Only we can help you write books. Only we can choose what goes out to the world, and all the gatekeepers have fallen. Right? If they fell in blogs, they fell in desktop publishing, and now they've fallen in terms of blogging as well. So it's just an amazing opportunity for people.
It is, and that's another thing I like about you. You're a positive man, which I like.
Gotta be positive.
It's the happy club, right? So one of the ways that people can stand out with their book is by the number of reviews that they have, and one of the awesome things that your premium product offers, which I think is just the best, is that you can type in an author name or an author name with a book, and the tool will bring back the names of top reviewers who've reviewed that book. Is that right? Explain that a bit more.
Well, here's the thing. Getting reviews is one of the most core things that you need to do if you want to sell more books. When you have more reviews, you have more social proof. Everyone who goes to Amazon or any website, the first thing you do is you look at their reviews, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to buy anything. And that's a huge part of why people buy anything, a flat screen TV to a book, okay?
Yeah.
So you want to have more reviews, but you also want to have top quality reviews, right? So you want to have good reviews from people who have reviewed books before. So what my strategy is stop relying on regular readers to review books for you, because here's the truth about regular readers. When they pick up your book, they are just interested in being entertained or learning about something, right? Whether you're writing fiction or nonfiction. They're not really motivated to write reviews. Probably I'm going to say 1 in 200 might write a review, right? And the reason people don't write reviews is because, number one, they don't know how. They don't know how to go to Amazon and do it. Number two, they're not writers. They don't know how to write a review. They can't come up with the words, right? Number three, they don't want to.
Yeah.
People just are too busy. They just don't have time. So relying on regular readers to review your books is not a good strategy. What you need to do is go out and find people who have reviewed books that are similar to yours and ask them to review yours as well. For example, if you wrote a book, a romantic vampire book, okay, right? So what you would do is you would use our tool, and it goes and it looks at other similar books to yours on Amazon, so romantic vampire stories. And it grabs the reviewers who have already reviewed books, the good reviewers, not the bad reviewers, only the good ones. And it brings you back a list of those reviewers, and it says, here's 40 people who have reviewed similar books to yours on Amazon, and here are their email addresses that they listed on Amazon. This is not like any clandestine information. This is public information that they put on Amazon. The theory that we have, and we've proven this now, is that when you contact those people and say, look, I see that you've reviewed a book that's similar to the one I wrote. Would you mind reviewing mine or taking a look at mine as well? I'm seeing members now are getting, more and more high-quality reviews than ever before, and this strategy works.
No, I think it's brilliant because, as you say, there's nothing scammy about it.
No.
It's just doing the work that you would have to do manually otherwise. And,
Yes. Well, you
so
have to do it. You're right.
yeah, you can do it manually. Anyone can do this by searching Amazon manually. But I know how much time when I tried it, I was like, oh, this is going to save me time. And
Right.
when it comes to this marketing kind of world that we live in, I make time every day for my writing, and then I have some time for marketing, and I don't want to spend it making spreadsheets of Amazon.
Well, that's the biggest key to being successful in business is saving people's time. I come from a
Yes.
long marketing background, and I realized that from the beginning. If you can save some people time, you can be successful in business because people are very busy these days. I mean, especially if you're an author now. I mean, you're writing and you may have a full-time job, and I coach all my kids' football, softball, baseball games, so I have 5, 6 games a week I got to get to, and I like to go fishing a lot, and I don't have a lot of time. I want to get things done that are going to be effective for me and save me time, and people appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. Now, one of the other things I noticed is you have a thing about writing descriptions.
Yes.
So talk a bit about that, because I know people struggle with that sales description.
Well, another huge thing that writers and regular people, I mean, you could just be a regular person who wrote a book about architecture, right? And you know a lot about architecture, but again, you're not a marketer. So there's a difference between writing a book about architecture and writing sales copy, right? I'm not that great at writing sales copy. I mean, there are professionals out there who earn hundreds of thousands of dollars to write sales letters and copy and things like that, because the right words and the right way you write things to sell something, whether it's a book or a TV or whatever, is very important. So we have a free ebook that we give out that you can learn how to write better descriptions for your books. But we also have a tool that allows you to make your book descriptions look much bigger and fancier. So you can have orange headline, bullet points. Now, you can do this all on your own on Amazon if you know HTML, right? I've been writing HTML for over 16 years, right? Even then, me trying to figure out how to do it on my own, I'm not kidding you, and get it working in Amazon took a long time. And we put the effort and time in to build this tool that allows you to just put your words in, hit a button, and we give you the code. You just paste it right in, and boom, you're done.
Again, time-saving tool.
Time-saving,
yeah,
yes.
and I want people listening. I'm not. I don't think I'm easily impressed anymore. Actually, I think
I've done it.
I've seen a lot, and these two things impress me. So no, I think that's great because again, so much of certainly all the stuff I suggest is do it yourself, and you actually help people, not do it themselves. So I guess those are the two things I think are most important. Are there any other aspects of the Author Marketing Club that you want to highlight?
Well, we do tools and training. So, we've got tools, but we've also got promotional opportunities for members. We also have a monthly author secrets mastermind group where we get in and we hopefully bring somebody like you in someday to come in and share some secrets, and we talk about the latest of what's happening in book marketing and promotion. We do fix your book marketing workshops every 2 weeks where we go live to Amazon and we look at your titles, your covers, your descriptions, and analyze them and say, here's what you could do better, here's how you could price this different, here's your categories you can do. So it's not just the tools, it's actually like ongoing. Here's how we're going to help you become a better author over time. And it's for people who have written 20 books and people who have just one book.
No,
so
fantastic.
There's a lot of stuff in there.
Fantastic. So, just as a sort of last question, what do you think? Where are we in the state of self-publishing right now? Because you think about the internet is what, like 15 years old now, or something like that, 20 years, and we're only a few years into the mainstream self-publishing, maybe 4 or 5 years since Kindle took off. Where do you think we are? Are we mainstream yet?
No, definitely not. I mean, you look at the best-selling list and you're starting to see the self-publishers start to hit bigger. And that's a process of self-publishers learning marketers. It has nothing to do with, I mean, there's tons of great self-published books out there. but they're just not. They weren't getting through before, and they're starting to get through now because the industry is changing. I've said continuously that this right here, the phone, is the future of books because this is the one device that people have within an arm's reach of themselves almost 24 hours a day. Okay, and when the iPad came out, PC sales went flat. Okay, and mobile devices went through the roof and they're continuing to grow 3,000%, right? And when I think of the future of reading, I think of a phone or an e-reading device, and I think of how people are going to do that. So I think as more people get used to reading digital ones, it's only going to grow. So that's why it's more important than ever right now for authors to really get in the game and get their digital books uploaded. You can still do your print books, with print on demand, but it's more important than ever to get your digital books up and get them, start getting them promoted and writing more, and as people get used to the fact that they can read books on their phones. I think the business is going to grow even more and more and more. And I think we're all going to be really surprised at how many people are going to be. I mean, you're sitting on the bus and you're reading your book. You're waiting for the doctor. You're reading a book. This is where it's at in the future.
And I'm glad you say that, and I would just point out to anybody watching, listening, that you can read on the app. So you can read on the Kindle app on the phone. You don't need to do anything special, do you, to be...
No, you don't, and that's one of the things that I deal with a lot. Customers, people ask that question a lot. They're like, I don't have a Kindle. Well, you don't need a Kindle to read a book on it. You can download it in a PDF or just get the free Kindle application. You can install it on your Android, your iPhone, your computer, your Mac, your PC, your wherever you want to install it, and it just allows you to read books on from Amazon or Barnes and Noble on the Nook or whatever you want.
And so when you publish on Kindle, you are published on the phone as well.
Yes, you are. That's the beauty of it. You put it up on Barnes and Noble and you put it up on Amazon, and people have the ability to read it on your phone.
Yeah. It is magic. And it's funny, I just wanted to point that out because I got asked this weekend, what is a Kindle? And I was like, really? I thought we were further than that, but, some people clearly aren't.
Well, you're right. There's a lot of people still aren't on the game yet. But, for people who are naysayers about that, all they got to do is look at your KDP reports and see how well your books are selling,
Exactly.
And you can tell them how people are actually buying a lot of books, right?
Oh, hell yeah. So, no, it's brilliant. So, yes, we'll finish on a happy, positive note. We love publishing, self-publishing, marketing. So, tell us where people can find you and the Author Marketing Club online.
Just go to authormarketingclub.com and check it out. Again, there's a whole free service you can sign up for, the free submission tool. We've got about 20 training videos, everything from how to upload a book to Amazon to how to launch a book, how to market a book, how to get reviews. All those videos are free. Go watch them. And then we've got promotional opportunities. And then when you're ready to take the next step and become a premium member, we've got the whole thing there for you. It's just about helping people. I mean, you're the same as I am. We're excited about the industry, and we want to just see people be successful. I want to see authors get their books out there in front of people, and the great feeling that you have when you see people reading your book and leaving reviews. It's just an amazing feeling, isn't it?
It is. It's fantastic. Well, thanks ever so much for your time, Jim. That was great.
Thank you.